Nice washcloth. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Toon Talk 2.0, and I'm joined by the Invisible Man, as always.
But
I didn't see
I
you there.
know. Hey, me neither. Sorry, I was trying a new trick. Thank you. Oh, I got it. My assistant just told me the name of now my producer. Sorry, the name of the recommendation that I'm gonna give. So,
Excellent.
how are you
Excellent.
people?
How is everybody on this fine
So you know what?
Tuesday?
I didn't like that we didn't start with that power. So we're gonna repeat the act.
Oh,
Ta-da!
scared me again.
I know. How are you?
Oh, we're hanging in there. Got to get my recommendations pulled up.
Oh, really? That's what she said. I don't know if that even means something, but I'm just gonna roll with it. Jake, please. I'm doing the Barney. Please. Come
It's
on.
okay.
Okay. There we go. I was doing the twist with the please and the come on, but whatever. So good to see you. It's been a tough, long week.
It
I
does. It
got
feels
great
like it's
news for
been.
the band.
It feels like it's been 2 weeks though.
Yeah, but no, it was just one.
I know.
A lot of things
Wow.
has happened. Biden is still an asshole. Trump got a new shoe that I really want.
Okay, I wanted to touch on that actually because I don't know if you want to touch on it now or later, but
No, no, no. Right now is good because then we're gonna drop a lot into our topics today, but we can always make a little catch up of the week. It's not bad at all.
yeah. So about the Trump shoe thing, I found this particularly funny because I found out about it. The first I saw of it was on TikTok, and I was like, Trump's a genius. This is such a
Of
genius move.
course.
And then later, I saw a clip, I want to say it was on YouTube, of, I think it was MSNBC, don't quote me. It was some liberal, though, like real left news outlet, and they're like cutting him up, saying how desperate he is because now he's selling sneakers. I'm like, oh, you stupid people! He's gonna sell every pair, and he
Of
sold every
course.
pair. He sold every pair in 25 minutes.
So yeah, I was gonna tell you I don't have I can't get one. I'm gonna have to wait for the second edition. I just got ask me what I think about this marketing movement that he's doing.
It's pure. Oh, what do you think about this marketing movement that he's doing?
Like Trump. I want to be like Trump. Yeah, 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 yeah. He's following exactly the trend that we've been following for 37 years. You have an image, you have a shoe, right? You're making a statement because the people that doesn't like you is gonna obviously talk about it. The people that like you is gonna buy it. Period.
What
And
kills
and
me?
now
Oh,
how
go
they
ahead.
go ahead. Now how they dare somebody to say that is a stupid when everyone everywhere is making links of Amazon to sell a freaking cup. So don't mess with Trumpy boys because guess what? He's coming back. And if you don't like my point of view,
Well, we'll
welcome to my
see it.
life.
We'll see what happens in November, right? But I find this
Still a
particularly
long way to go.
funny. Well, I find this particularly funny because a lot of young men are big sneaker enthusiasts, and a lot of young men are also fans of Donald Trump. So I'm like, how could you possibly think this is a bad idea? This is genius. This is
Yeah,
such a
actually,
genius boss move. Like,
and the shoes are pretty cool. And somebody said, "Oh, I'm pretty sure are made in China." Guess where the Nikes are made of? Indonesia, bro. China. Probably whatever that the person that is saying is wearing something that doesn't say made in the USA. So today we have a co-host, and I love it because we have my sister here, my friend Rocker, our friend Mrs. Rachel Van Shapen from Valaina. What's up?
Hey, how you doing?
We're good.
not bad. But I think he threw an extra co in there though.
Oh no, no, no! It's the co. And remember, I got double personality.
Oh, okay. That explains it,
Me and
right?
my ego. Yeah. So welcome,
Ye-
welcome today as part of the family that you are. You're not a guest, you're a co-host. So you can do whatever you want. You can speak to the camera for all we care. We just want you to have fun.
I mean,
Okay.
to be fair, you could have done that as a guest too. But
Gotcha.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. So before we start everything, we were talking about Uncle Trump. I'm gonna call him Uncle Donald selling shoes. You know, Donald Trump with his shoes. Do you know about that? You heard about that? Oh
No.
no. Okay, Donald Trump in his last what was it, Jake? He was doing a presentation. How you call it
What,
politically?
a rally?
A
Was it a
rally. There you
rally?
go.
Yeah.
So he was in a rally and he presented the new MAGA shoes that are fucking awesome. People hate it. Some people love it. Some always like it's with him. But as a marketing device, we think it's a fucking genius thing because it's attacking one generation and the next one. They've run out of the shoes in how long? 25 minutes.
Yeah, they sold them
Uh,
all in 25. He made $400,000 in 25 minutes.
and
Oh.
and the people were giving more money. It was like an auction thing. Somebody
Hmm.
paid $10,000 for a pair.
Yeah, because apparently there was a limited, which it was already a limited release, but there was an even more limited release of autograph shoes that Trump
Yeah, I'm gonna be
autographed.
honest. I want one, so you guys start saving because I want that for Christmas.
Yeah, I'll get right on that. Until then, you can just buy it yourself.
No, no, no. I wait for my Christmas gift. Come on, listen. November, we're gonna celebrate that he become a president again, so I can make money again, regardless that I'm Latino or not, and I can wear the shoes. And if he loses, I can wear the loser on my feet, motherfucker. They're gonna be on my foot, so it'll be fine.
But
I really don't care
probably,
who he wins and lost. To be
yeah.
honest, I don't care.
Well, probably the bigger news is the Truth Social deal that's going to be able to go through now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
go ahead.
the SEC. Um, I guess what would you call it, approve the merger between Trump Media Company and then some other media company, and they're going to merge and take Truth Social public.
Oh, really?
And let's just say Trump. One analyst I heard talking about it say that Trump is probably going to walk away with all of his stock after it's all said and done. I think this is being a little bit optimistic for Trump, but they said he's
Yeah,
going to
but
walk away with about
people
$4 billion.
keep yeah, people keep forgetting that before all the craziness of the media, what he's right, who he's wrong, he's good, he's bad, he's the businessman that he was a millionaire by himself. I know that a lot of people can say, well, he started with $1 million. I know a lot of assholes that they have 3 million and they never build more. They just spend it on drugs. Thank you for everyone that shared some of the drugs with me. I appreciate that fact in their lives. So thank you. But what we don't leave politics on the side, right? And let's deep in our topics today. Before we jump into that, let me tell you that as everybody knows, the ones that they follow our podcast, don't forget to share and like and whatever. You know that shit. Just fucking do it. If you don't want it, just don't. But um, I write the concepts, the boundaries, the template, and then we just let it out. And today I was so busy doing nothing and everything at the same time. Like 3 hours ago, Jake is like, "So what are we gonna talk about, buddy?" And I'm like, "Shit." And Rachel is like, "What is the show about?" I go like, "Hell, shit." So I run to my best assistant, Alice Ingalls. That's an AI, of course. Alice Ingalls, and I say, "Alice, we need to talk about this." And then I make the thing, and thanks to our friends of ChatGPT, I got the version that is I got the 16 version. I don't know if you guys already have that version. ChatGPT usually do 3.5 or 4. I had the 16. So I actually already talked to Alice Ingalls. I talked to her and she helped me to develop everything.
I didn't know
And
she had
instead
a name.
of taking, oh yeah, Alice for A, Ingalls from I.
Makes
Alice Ingalls.
makes sense.
I mean, sometimes I call her Amanda Insuna because I want her Latina. I don't know. Nothing came to my mind. But we decided to talk about dreams, right? And how the dreams and the essential parts of dreaming, like going to sleep is one kind of dream, but the human behavior is based on dreams. You can become a serial killer. Well, you start dreaming that you want to kill somebody. You can be Mahatma Gandhi, right? And you start with a dream. You can just want to be Donald Trump selling shoes. boom, everything starts with a dream. So, why don't you give us the intro of what this little part will be, Jake, and then we can roll our minds to it.
Oh, we're talking snooze and amuse. Dive
And
into the
this is when
whimsical
you talk,
world.
Jake.
I am talking. Or should I
Yeah, I
use,
know, but
since
for a
it's,
second, sorry, but for a second you stopped, you froze, and then it sounds really fast. You sound like when I'm on a speed.
oh, well, slow
Okay,
down.
sorry.
Dive into
Yeah.
the whimsical world of dreams where potatoes can fly and unicorns dance salsa. Explore how our subconscious minds craft these fantastical stories while we slumber. Expect hilarious anecdotes, strange dream interpretations, and maybe even a guest appear. Oh, well, no, the Sandman's coming.
Yeah, calm down. Calm down.
Mr.
He's not going to Indiana. He's fine. Calm down.
Supreme.
And he's not the Sandman, he's the Sandman. So probably he's illegal. So don't worry about it. He's probably stuck in the. I'm kidding. Yeah, I know, Rachel. When you were a guest in this
It was very tame.
podcast, I
He was on
yeah,
his
I was
best
more
behavior.
relaxed. I don't even care anymore. The virus is being released.
Oh boy.
So, uh, but uh, the reality is that, maybe I talked about this before, and I want you guys to share their experience. Since I'm gonna start with the drama, why everything is connected with drama in my life? But when my dad died, I started having a lot of nightmares. If you want to know the reason, you can go and check the song Kamikaze, and Jake make a cover why I wrote that song. I started having a lot of nightmares. So I wasn't able to sleep. So they showed me a technique to, quote marks for the people that just listen, quote marks, hypnotize myself to program my dreams. That's what I'm so fond with the audiobooks. That's what that's what I'm so fond with the audiobooks, because they help me. Because believe it or not, when you program your dreams every single night, sometimes you run out of ideas. I mean, everything starts with Spider-Man, right? Or Superman, or basketball players, or a rock star, or whatever that I wanted, right? Between 18 and 27 were all sexual dreams or programming, right? After that, I grew up. I don't do that anymore. Maybe Thursday nights. Okay, let's not go into details. My
Oh no, he froze.
You did.
He's going too fast.
Perfect timing.
It'll be funny. It'll just start. So anyway, Rachel, how are you?
Right.
How is Valaina?
Doing great. Doing
I
great. Getting ready to do a surprise release.
Oh boy, so another single.
Yeah, another single from the album. Yep.
Not hit me one more time. Another one.
Oh, we lost him.
He's
Yeah,
gone,
no,
gone.
we we kind of did that to break it up in the middle because we had some success with as you can see that plaque back there, Come Little Children, like
I'm back. Sorry.
we hit three in Japan, so we're like, okay, so covers really help on the metal charts. I know it's crazy. So covers I think really help to, well, I mean, reimagine, like we talked about, it was the reimagine thing that night. I guess they really help to bring in a different audience than you would know. And
It's
then they,
a yeah, it's a really good way to introduce your sounds to people
yeah,
because you take something familiar, and then I think it's there's a lot of bands that do this, but I know for a fact Disturbed, for example, they have a rule where they have a cover on every album.
I think it's great. I really do because it's like we released a cover, then we released an original, then we released another cover, now we're gonna release another original. So it's like giving people a little taste, you know?
It's obviously been effective, as the plaque on your wall illustrates. But everybody should still check out "Cut Me to the Quick." It's my personal favorite.
It was a good one, thank you.
It's a really good one. No, there is something about it, and I can't. There's probably a term for this. I'm just not aware of it. It was the same way with "Kamikaze" from Again and Forever. Like the song starts, and I just know I like it instantly. I don't know. There's something that just like clicks in my brain, and I
Hmm,
automatically know, oh, this is going to be good. And I was right.
interesting. I wonder, so I think that like a lot of There's actually a lot of psychology behind sound and frequencies and stuff, and what's more like appealing to people. And it's kind of funny how like I don't know if you've ever heard of like they'll call it like solfeggio or somatic music therapy or things like
Hmm.
that.
Is that
Um,
like the well, no, music therapy. That's not like the brown noise and green noise and all that.
Well, technically it could be part of it. I'm not entirely sure. I just know that like when it comes to that, there's certain frequencies that are better for different things. Like for sleep, there's a sound frequency. Most of it is like in the bass frequencies, so it's
Hmm.
like pretty low, and it's not really heard. It's felt, which I know that's weird, but like all sound is vibration, right? So. Yeah, so because everything below, I can't remember what it was, 200 hertz or something, or 500, like the human ear can't really hear. We feel, but we can't. It's yeah, something like that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they use sound waves, or at least some therapies, they use sound waves to actually break apart small tumors, and you can't
Yeah,
hear it, but obviously it works.
exactly. Yep. Oh yeah.
But that's wild. And myself personally, I found that really with pretty much any genre of music, um, again, I guess strong sound I'm into, which doesn't necessarily have to be rock, but in rock, I am very much into the heavier, sound, but also a lot of melody. I like a lot of melody. There's some bands out there that, and I'm not dogging on them at all, but it's less about melody and more about, I don't know what you would call it. I don't want to call it noise because that's what my grandfather would have called it. But I like a lot of melody in my songs, and while some people, usually music majors, cut it up and they say that it's basic and simplistic, I'm like, well, yeah, but that's what melody is, though. You're not trying to compose the next, epic piece of, you know,
Right.
orchestral music. You're making a melody that ties itself together with a theme and a beginning, a middle, and an end. And
Right. Yeah.
like you're a music major, you should know that. But I don't know. It seems that many people in academia turn their nose up at certain genres, and I'm just like, nah, it's all music.
It is. It's really funny. You know what I find kind of hilarious is that there's often a lot of connections between like orchestral type stuff or classical and metal.
I was just thinking that because I had long story. It doesn't. It was somebody that I knew just happened to be in my life at the time, and he was actually pointing out. He was like, "Listen, like look at this musically." And he was a very gifted musician, but he would like take a random rock song and then he would like write the music and then say, "Okay, now imagine this on like a piano, for example, or like maybe play with the timing or play with the key." And it's like all of a sudden
Can
you
you hear
have a
me,
piece.
guys?
Yes, we
Yes.
can. But it's like, and then
Can you
all of a
see me?
sudden, not yet.
I
You
don't
say,
know why. It's the second time that I'm here. I apologize. I don't know what's going on. Keep going. Sorry, Jake.
oh, it's like all of a sudden you have a really somber sounding piano piece and you just change a couple of little things because the
Mm.
building blocks are all the same.
Yeah. Yep. Definitely.
So I'm here.
Oh,
Finally, can you guys
there's
see me?
there's the
Hey.
invisible man.
You know that I was in the chat when you were talking about one cover and one original, and I'm yelling and whatever, and nobody look at me. Thank you for reminding me when I was in middle school. Thank you very much. I was there, people. I was there, teachers. I'm kidding.
I thought you were the
Sorry.
bully.
Yeah, I'm kidding. You know what? It was weird. I wasn't the bully, but let's not go into that. I become a bully after him. Oh yeah, I hate you to your god, and I will take revenge again. Actually, I told about the story, right? The one that bullied me, I actually took revenge like 15 years later, and it was good. Oh yeah, he's still looking for his thumbs. I'm just kidding. No, of course not. Sorry. Uh, yeah, sorry. No, I don't know what's going on. You guys can tell me what happened when everything got out, where we stopped, what you guys were talking about.
To be honest, I wasn't exactly sure where you were going, so we just kind of started chatting about Valaina a bit.
Yeah, I got that because I went back. Anyway, I was talking that dreamings, we, and I apologize to the audience. I don't know what happened. Just Zoom told me stop dreaming, right? So Zoom just decided not to help us out in that. We're talking about the programming of the dreams. And then I start programming my dreams, and that's how I became able to fall asleep again. And I start dreaming. And when you have the opportunity and the training to program your dreams, everything becomes a little easier when you go to sleep because I can dream whatever I want. Now, if they say this doesn't haven't happened to me, if you're not strong enough, actually you start getting confused between the reality and the dreams because there's not a difference. I don't have a separation of that. It's not happening to me. I've read a lot as was I growing up. There's people that they don't understand the difference what they programming, the reality, and what they dream. So that could be scary, right? But it wouldn't be as scary as unicorns dancing salsa, right?
I don't know that I would call that scary.
I think I would just kind of like tilt my head and look at it like, huh, okay,
Huh. Huh.
that's cool.
Didn't know
So
unicorns could
yeah,
dance, but
actually, I don't. But if they dance, what they will dance salsa? You know that's a little racist from my from Alicia Ingalls.
Maybe
She
they love
assumed
ball
because
dance. Yeah.
maybe, or maybe they're really good dancers. I don't know. Not
where?
too serious today, Jake.
Well, no, I'm thinking where would unicorns be indigenous to?
No, that's what I'm saying. I think that Alicia Ingalls, my co-writer, just suddenly decided because of my accents to put salsa, and she thought it was gonna be cool.
Possibly, but no. Now I'm going down a rabbit hole. So no, the origin they'd be European, right? The
They
origin
will
of the
be
unicorn.
the unicorns are the ride from the Valkyries in the from the Vikings and Odin and all that thing.
Okay, so Norse, yeah. So they wouldn't dance salsa unless they, immigrated to South America.
Or to the States. To Chicago, you don't have to go that far. You can go to New York and in a freaking Republican Dominican or Puerto Rico celebration. They will be there.
Okay, so modern day unicorn culture is a melting pot. Got it. Glad we
Like
cleared that up.
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. Anyway, so I don't know. What about you guys? What about what you guys dream about when you actually dream? I'm not talking about their projections in life. It's like when you go to sleep, what is in your guy's mind?
As in intentionally, or like what do we dream about?
No,
Like,
like you just woke up and tell me, guess what I dreamed? Just like
uh, sometimes it's really weird and very vivid, and then other times, like, I don't have any memories, or I'll like remember like just a teeny tiny little thing. Often has to do with like something that's going on in my life.
any recurrent.
Um, that's funny you say that. There used to be one, but it was more of like I think it was more of like a nightmare.
Okay,
Can't remember it though. Yeah,
I
I
turned.
know I used to have one.
I'm ready. Oh, you don't remember? I was ready. Yeah. What about you, Jakey boy?
I don't dream very often, or at the very least, I don't remember it. I do have one recurring one that pops up every couple of years, and every time it does, it's a lucid dream. So it's super fun. I know I'm dreaming, and I'm in complete control of what I'm doing.
Uh,
But in that dream, I have the ability to fly, and it's super weird because it's not just I'm able to fly. I actually feel the sensation of what I'm doing to make myself fly. It's super cool, and I'm always a little bit sad when I wake up.
Yeah. I don't like waking up.
I love waking up every day, but when I exit that dream, it's kind of like,
Do you
oh,
know what I mean in the concept of
I don't
dreaming? I
like
don't. Sorry, Rach.
waking up. Just I was repeating what you said. I don't like waking up. Like,
Yeah. You know that my most hard moment in life is when I wake up and I think everything is okay, and the next second you know that it's not.
Oh,
Mm.
I
That
hate
is the
that.
worst feeling, but I have it every fucking morning, right? But just everybody knows the stories. But yeah, and however, I will invite everyone in the audience, right? I'm not a trained psychologist, so I'm just gonna share how they teach me. Maybe you guys want to try it at night, and next episode that we're together, we can talk about it. It's really easy. You gotta understand the concept of what you want. Just like you say, flying, right, Jake?
Yeah.
But when you program your dreams, you don't actually go on, oh, I'm gonna fly. No, no, no. You need to be really detailed with every aspect. What you're wearing, how's the weather? Are you cold? Are you warm? Are you standing in sand? Do you have shoes? You gotta be perfect with every detail. So I usually start from my foot up, what I'm wearing, what kind of floor, what is the feeling of the floor. So as you progress in your going up, then suddenly you start flying because you know that you're gonna fly. That's your dream, right? Usually at this point, I read a whole story every night, right? And the point is flying. So I'm preparing myself to fly. What I'm gonna wear, how I'm gonna get to that place, where I wanna be standing up. If I need to drive to that place, I drive, and then I jump to the grass. I'm prepared to fly. So as you progress with every single detail, but you need to be honest with yourself and care about every little detail. If you're gonna have makeup, Rachel, right? If you're gonna invite somebody, every little detail. So your conscious self already knows the goal that is flying, but your unconscious self start becoming empathic, the thing, and you're gonna fall asleep. And suddenly, when you wake up, you're gonna remember how you fly, and it
Hmm.
was great, or it was bad.
Yeah, so I don't know what to call him. A partner of mine uh used to practice, like he was trying to practice getting into lucid dreaming, right? So he would take like certain supplements, like I think like 5-HTP and a couple other things like that, and would listen to like binaural beats as he
Yeah.
went to sleep. Um, and I believe that he was only able to like accomplish doing that one time, and he remembers like looking around and like he was in this classroom and Tom Hanks was sitting next to him and he's like, "What?" And so then he was like, "Oh, wait, I might be dreaming." So he's like, reality check time, right? So they people say like to put
Sleep.
your finger, yeah, yeah, through
Yeah.
your hand or whatever, right? So then
Yeah.
he was like, "Oh, I'm dreaming." And then he started flying. Why does everyone want to fly?
I don't want to fly. To be honest with you, I don't even feel attraction to fly. I mean, I don't even like driving, so what I'm gonna freaking fly? That's what airplanes are for and pilots. But no,
What?
usually my dreams are more complex at this point. You know what I programmed lately? I've been programming lately. Lately it's been 3 years, right? I actually I don't know if you guys remember this movie that is the president interviewing Elvis Presley.
Apparently not.
Yeah. Okay, so it's a crazy movie about Elvis that he wants to meet the president. He goes to the front door a couple of times till he actually leaves a letter. The letter is read by the president, and he gets invited to the White House. It's a really funny and weird portrait of Elvis Presley. So the only point of Elvis to meet the president is that, and what president that will be? Nixon, right? I'm correct. So the president make him agent at large. That's the only thing that Elvis wanted. You know, guys, what you guys are familiar with agent at large? Agent at large means is it's a myth maybe at this point, but there's a couple of people supposedly quote marks people that if you're an agent at large, you don't respond to any agency. You're in federal uh, institution. You just respond directly to the president. And in this movie, Elvis received his shield and his gun and his license to be agent at large. And
Hmm.
it's pretty cool. And I always dream about that. I mean, of course, some have superpowers like Superman, and I wear a super cool red vest instead of a cape. But the flying is not the point. It's if I were able to fly to the White House, right? And everybody went crazy, and I said, "Calm down, dude. I'm here to help, right? You wanna shoot at me? I'm gonna, you guys gonna pee your pants. But I just want to be an agent on large. Imagine the power that you have with that. FBI works for you, CIA works for you. You just respond to the president. It's like Batman with the mayor, remember, with the red phone. So yeah, so that's what I programmed myself lately. So
Hmm.
every time that I program my dream, I need to talk to Biden for God's sake. He's like, "What is your accent? Where are you from? Oh, what I'm doing here?" So it's not good for me. My dream is not working.
Uh,
Oh, Rachel's like, "What the fuck happened here?"
Wanting to be like a secret agent, like super spy, or like what is it? Like
Yeah, it's like a secret agent, but
secret agent man.
oh, oh, there you go. So yeah, so that's what is snooze and amuse, right? You need to, those kind of dreams that are weird. What is the weirdest thing that you ever guys dream? The
I've
weirdest.
I've definitely got one, and this was hilarious because middle of the dream, I somehow became conscious of the fact that it was a dream. So it went from basically a slasher horror flick, and I'm one of the victims, and then halfway through, I'm like, oh, this is a dream, and I can manipulate reality because it's my dream, and then I just had a lot of fun with it.
That's awesome.
It was weird.
If it was close to a movie that we all know, or it was just something different. If Freddy Krueger was haunting you,
I,
was
I,
Jason style.
it wasn't specifically Michael Myers, but it was like somebody in a mask and a large knife. And I manifested a great white shark out of thin air, and it ripped him to pieces.
Oh,
So I don't know
Now
where
we're
that came
talking.
from.
Maybe it was the reference of when Marty McFly goes like this in Back to the Future too. Could be.
It's,
And that's something really important. And Rachel mentioned it. Sometimes her dreams are connected with what she's living. And that's probably because there's not a lot of oxygen when you're sleeping. If you were doing 10 times, you wouldn't connect the reality that you're living to your dreams,
hmm.
and you would rest better. Again, I'm not a professional trained person, but they've been teaching me how to do this in SAM 12. That means 8 years ago. Anyway, so yeah, it's kind of weird. You and something weird that you remember, Rachel, like from anywhere?
Like a dream that I had?
Yeah,
Like just a weird dream?
just
Uh,
a weird dream.
I mean, yeah, I've probably had a handful of weird dreams. Uh,
Just before you say it, this podcast is for adults. If you're under 18, leave, because Rachel's gonna tell us her weird dreams. Sorry. Go ahead.
oh, like um, I was like, you because seen like the Manchurian Candidate or the Born Identity. I I I I was a I had like a code word or something and to be activated like as a super secret like sleeper cell spy whatever.
Ooh, nice.
And because I always joke about it. I've literally joked about it to so many people because um uh I don't know if this is acceptable to say, but you go to the pew pew range, right?
The pupil rain?
Hmm?
You mean grab a fucking gun and shoot to a
Yeah,
fucking target? Yes, you can say that.
Okay, yeah,
the
okay.
gun range.
So yeah, so it's something that I like to do, and like I actually took a class to get like my concealed carry, and it was only my second time shooting, and I scored like I think that like the highest like a perfect score I scored like 20 below it, and I was like, this is my second time shooting. I was like, I knew it. I'm a sleeper cell, like I'm a trained
There
assassin,
you go.
don't even know it. So I always joke about it, especially because the first time like I went and I shot like a big one, like an AR, and it was like I zeroed in on that target, and like every time the hole just kept getting bigger because I kept hitting the same spot, and It was like so great that I beat like everyone else, and I was like, I told you. So then when I had this dream, I was like, oh.
Wow.
ARs are fun though. ARs are a lot of fun to shoot.
Yes. Every time I was like, power. Sorry.
Wow, that's. Do you know how many times I shot a gun in my whole life?
Based upon that rhetorical question, I'm going to say 0.
Just once.
Just once.
That's why I live in America. They're still looking for me in Mexico. Nah, just kidding. No, I went to a friend that he's
Of course.
it was really funny because it was really nice of you saying if you can say gun, you can say whatever you want. We have so many channels that if they ban us in one, we still got like 300 more places that
Just
we're
make
there.
another
So
one. Just make another one.
yeah. So and a lot of people, purists, people will like, oh my god, but people that they are free like us and they don't care about anything. So I got a dear friend that he's part of the Mongols. You know, the
Like
bikers.
okay.
Yeah. And yes, they're the 1%. They're piece of shits, and I love every one of them. Right. And every celebration, I'm gonna say the date, they all get together. I'm not gonna say the charter, but they all get together, and I got invited. They're so cool that I'm the only outsider, right? Because I never, I respect them, but I'm not into their things. But there's one celebration a year that they all bring all their guns and they put it all together in a table, so you can grab whatever and shoot. That's the fun thing. Everybody's drinking, using heavy stuff, and there's a table full of guns.
Well, you know what
You
they
don't
call
even need to
that?
know.
You know what they call that in
Pardon?
Indiana?
A Sunday?
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, that's a fun weekend.
There you go. Yeah. Well,
Minus the alcohol.
this.
Minus the alcohol.
Well, here was it was funny because, like I said, I'm not gonna say the charter or the location. It's not even close or where I am right now or not. But I remember this kid smoking meth, right? And he's like, "You want some?" I go like, "No, man, I don't do it." Good man, because once I suck it. If you don't put it all in and then all out, it can burn your throat, and we gotta take you to ER. I go like, God bless America. What the fuck just happened, right? And you have I mean, Scarface bullshit. The narco shows in Netflix bullshit. So they told me, you want to shoot? I go like, I never shot a gun. So they teach me how to load it, right? And they told me how to shoot, and I went just pa 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 to a couple of, you know, immigrants that they were running, and I'm just kidding. To a couple of targets that they have in the. I'm Latino, Rachel. I'm allowed to say that.
Okay. Okay. It's
You're
acceptable.
allowed to. And so I was shooting some targets, and it was kind of fun. But then, holy shit, a guy that it was, I don't remember his name. I don't know every one of them, but he was like 6'4". It wasn't an AK. I swear to God that it wasn't an AK. It was like a massive thing. And the other guy was packing powder in a jar, a plastic jar, and he put the yellow and then the gray and then the white, and he was making an order. I go, what are you doing? He's like, oh, wait for it. So they put it, in the target area, and then this guy opened with the sniper kind of shit. He's like, are you ready? And everybody stopped, right? Everybody, music stopped, and the guy's like, and he was like, I don't know, 30 yards. The explosion was better than any 4th of July for everybody to know. And yeah, that's I don't know what I'm talking about guns, but shout out to all the Mongols, the black and white. Yeah, I know we're gonna get banned, Jake. I know. I don't care.
Dude, I care the least.
There you go. That's my co-host. Fuck the world.
I'm the one who's always on
Yeah,
podcasts saying like, no, you can say it. Just don't try to beat around the bush. Just say it. Everybody
so
knows what you're talking about anyway. So
yeah, exactly. People that are purists and they're like, oh my god, oh the bikers, oh they're really bad people. Yeah, I know a lot of good people that will never help you. You call a biker friend, he'll be there in 5 minutes and a half. And if he can't, he will call somebody else and they will come and help you. Right? But anyway, forget. Let's move from the outlaws. And yes, again and forever, our biggest followers are black and white. So fucking deal with that world. Anyway, so what about we change our subject to chapter two? Jake, if you can guide us on that.
Oh, it's time for the goal-getting giggle fest. Join us
I
in
know.
exploring how dreams influence our waking lives and impact our goals, from bizarre dreams inspiring groundbreaking inventions to the chaos of trying to lucid dream. The laughter never stops. Who knew Freudian dream analysis could be this entertaining? Anyone who's ever read Freud ever.
Yeah, everyone,
It's like
everyone.
literally everyone.
Have you ever read it?
Bits and pieces here and there. Never read any
Yeah,
complete
me
volume of
too.
his work.
It's too heavy for me in another language, and in Spanish I wouldn't even dare. And it's already translated from German, so it will be like really hard too. But why we don't tap into that? Obviously, is it goes with the with not saying I always dreamed to be a rock star. Since I remember, probably was 9 years old, and it was a concert in Rio de Janeiro, right? And I watched it on TV, changed my life without noticing it because I started dreaming and programming what I was gonna wear, the whole speech. But then when I actually decided is when Freddie Mercury died, and I saw the concert that they did, and I love now that I know who they were because I was really young. Now that I know who they were, I can say that David Bowie was a great show. That what is his name? The guy from Aha? No, from George Michael did an amazing performance. But when I saw Elton John singing the first part of Bohemian Rhapsody, and then Axel came out with a short T-shirt, the skill, the kilt,
Oh,
the
yeah, okay.
Scotian kilt, and he was spinning with the microphone stand, and then he faced the massive Wembley stadiums, and he didn't care and get out of tune, but with a full power sing the high notes in the rock part of Bohemian Rhapsody. I went like, game over. This is what I want to do for a living. And if you don't haven't seen it, because I see your faces, highly recommend that you put Axl Rose and Elton John, Freddie Mercury, and they perform together Bohemian Rhapsody. The power is outstanding because was the prime of Guns N' Roses and the matureness to become a legend for Elton John, and they
Oh,
perform
okay.
together Bohemian Rhapsody.
At first, I thought you were talking about Live Aid, and I'm like,
No. Live Aid was the last massive concert from Freddie Mercury. I'm talking 1991 when he died. Then he
gotcha.
did a concert, all the famous people. And I highly recommend it. Probably it's free in YouTube.
Oh, I'm
Uh,
sure.
but that is specific. I will love if you guys see the whole concert. But it was like six hours concert. But that start building the dream of good tours, bad tours, drugs, fun, healthy diets, fat, girls, friends, people leaving the band, and so it's that's what it started my dream. Parentheses, congratulations to Valaina in her their new drummer. Talking about the dream, I know you have a new drummer, and they say it's an animal playing the drums. Sorry,
Uh,
that's his name.
oh,
Yeah. So, what about you guys? The dream. What started that dream that generate the cascade of sequences in time that make you who you are today?
hmm.
Putting you in the spot. Yeah, that doesn't go bad. We are
Uh,
live.
well, I'm only saying because I don't really. There wasn't really a singular dream that really sent me down any of the paths that I've gone down. It's been a lot of deep thought and a lot of mistakes, frankly.
But how do you start that deep thought? Everything starts with a dream, man. And that's I was talking to Rachel about what we're gonna do in the podcast, and I think today at my age, there are some times that I'm losing the ability to dream because life faces you. But I'm pushing myself to dream. That's what I wanted to do this about dreaming. Because but there's a moment, if you guys think deeply, there's a moment, could be yesterday, could be 10 years ago, could be, that actually is what we do, what we do. So yeah, that's what I meant. If you have that memory from that you want to share, of course.
So does it have to be a memory from like a dream, like an actual
No, no,
dream,
no, no, no,
or
no.
just a,
We're talking about right now the dream, the dream as a concept. I dreamt to be famous. I dreamt to be a soccer player, whatever. That we're talking about, that kind of dreams.
okay.
The groundbreaking invention, and it could happen in a dream, but sometimes you're daydreaming. So I think it's part of it. You know.
Yeah. So I'll tell you one thing that I remember. Um, and I've always it's kind of been funny. I've always been a performer. Um, I would like since I was little, I would very imaginative. I would make like my own choreograph my own rendition of Cats, like the musical, and like tell my friends what to do, and you know what I mean. Like I was just always putting on a show or a performance somehow, um, and and then like I got involved in theater and I got involved in choir and band and all sorts of stuff, and just I was always wanting to do that. Um, I remember I used to like think I wanted to be an actress, but I remember when I first saw, and this is like a funny, not funny thing, and I cannot believe I'm saying this like on here, but I saw I saw the music video for um Bring Me to Life, and I saw like how cool Amy Lee was like with
Oh
like
yeah.
in the rock band kind of thing, and I was like, that's awesome. I said, I want to do that. And I had just started playing guitar and I was like, I'm gonna be in a rock band one day. And because I've always I mean I think I've listened to like everything around this except for country. That's the only genre I have not gotten into. It hasn't spoke to me personally, but that's, everything else I've like been like, I
Exclusive. Rachel from Valaina hates country music. Sorry.
I know people. Yeah, it happens. People will request it when I drum live. They'll request something. I'm like, mm-mm, no.
Yeah.
There are actually words that are banned too. Rush and Tom Sawyer. Those are also banned.
Well, yeah, that's really a little hard to play.
Just just a little. But it was that moment when I saw that, and then I remember after Amy Lee, also Avril Lavigne, which is so funny. I don't know what it was, but I was like, watching the music videos, I was like, I want to do that because it was like they were acting, but they were like performing, like and then they did concerts, and I just yeah, Th- and I hate saying that because I have been called Amy Lee, I don't know how many
Oh
times.
no, no. I know that you hate it, but I'm gonna say it. I can see the influence that Evanescence had on you. However, I will go deeper, and Evanescence was inspired by a band called Lacrimosa from the 80s
Hmm.
that I highly recommend that you people listen to it. Of course, you two, my co-hosts, my co-hosts. But for the audience, listen to Lacrimosa. They're not easy to swallow, but you can feel how they inspired uh, Evanescence and now obviously Valaina. You see, that's what I mean with the dreaming. Yeah, it does. It does.
Yes, no, not necessarily musically, but
No,
yes.
no, no, no. But no, not musically, not at all. It's more the charisma and the energy that is involved. We just got a new manager. You guys know that, not the audience. We have a new manager. Hello, Kenneth. Everything gonna be fine, buddy. You just signed the craziest motherfucker people in the world, but everything is gonna be fine. And he talked to a producer. I'm not able to release the name of the label either, but he says something really weird. I want to hear your perspective on this. And you brought this to yourself, Rachel, talking about what you just talked. It's not about dreams. This producer that is a legendary producer for many, many bands in our genre, even Again and Forever and Valaina are different genres, but they're still in the rock aspect. They say that when he listened to our album, he gets we remind him to um, Jimi Hendrix and Tom York. That
Oh,
my voice is like Tom York a lot. Now
interesting.
I gotta be honest that I only know from Radiohead, Creed, and I never listened to another song in my life. I mean, I knew them, but until today, I listened to Karma Police, and it was shocking how much I sound. If you took my accent away, but my tone of voice, my colors of voice, and the way that we breathe through the mouth, you can see that in Tom York, I was amazed. I was working out today. We're like, dude, when I record this shit, so good because sounds obviously they sound better. We're talking about Radiohead here, but what do you guys think? You feel that? Because Igor went crazy and hate the commentary. Says like nobody cares about the bass player. I'm like, asshole, they just call you Radiohead and Jimi Hendrix. They don't call you Creed, right? Or Nickelback, but whatever. So what do you guys think about this?
I
That's
think your
interesting.
I think your hatred of Nickelback is unfounded, sir.
I know actually I don't hate them.
No, I'm just giving you a hard time because everybody, as Deadpool pointed out, everybody hates on Nickelback, but everybody secretly loves Nickelback.
I do
I can
admit there's one song that I do love from them.
I was gonna tell you I don't even know one song of Nickelback. However, he
Yes, you do.
produced a band that I really like. I don't, Rich.
Look
I
at
want
this
to play some.
photograph.
Oh, that's Nickelback.
Yeah,
Okay, okay, I like that song. Um, the thing what happened with Nickelback is that they were really famous in the States and Canada. They never touched Latin America or Europe when I was there. So actually, I get into the I hate Nickelback when I moved to the States. Because when I was in college, they weren't there, and when I went back, they already hated. It was a point when somebody when I got back told me, "Have you heard Nickelback?" And I thought they were talking about Candlebox, and I go like, "I love it, I love Candlebox." And they're like, and I told them it's like that song, right? And he's like, "No, no, 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 this is Nickelback." I go like, "Ooh, I don't know." But do you guys think that I sound like the guy from Radiohead sometimes?
in
He's
certain
got
songs, yeah.
I could see he's got more of the way I would describe it is and I think it's at certain times maybe if you sing like maybe a little higher or like use falsetto or
Yeah,
something, I could see that connection. Who is it? Do you remember when I drummed to your song the Black Hole Sun?
Black Hole Sun. Yeah.
And people were like, "Your voice is who are they saying? I cannot remember."
I
Uh,
don't know. I heard so many. I pay attention to this because was the producer of the record label, right? But they say that I sound like Atreyu sometimes. That I sound like there's a guy that he's a he's a solo artist, bold, really
What,
famous. Starts with a
Daughtry?
G. Godfrey. They say that sometimes like Godfrey when I do the oh thing. I don't know. I think I really think that I sound a lot like Max Forsen when I sing. He
mm,
was a singer from Mexico. I think. I mean, I really think. Of course, to sing what we do now, I actually do. I sing more deeper. If you listen to my solo albums, are way higher. But anyway, let's move on from the band. So I'm really glad that you have that dream. So we can say that the launch of your dream was MTV.
yeah.
Fantastic. I mean, that's a
And
great
it's,
thing to
it's
say.
funny because like musically speaking, I I went to a hippie. He was so like he was like, okay, we'll trade one for one. because I had an acoustic and an electric guitar. I started on electric because I was like, no, I'm gonna be a rock star. So me and my black Squire Strat like Fender with the tiny little amp. I put silver stickers all over the whole thing. It looked pretty cool though. Do have to say. Of course it was black, yeah. But um I would come into him and I would say, "Hey, let me learn like I want to know the solo for." I was obsessed with 80 songs. So I was like, White Wedding, I want to know that one. I want to know, Video Killed the Radio Star. I want to know this. And he was like, okay. He's like, well, if I teach you that, then you have to learn a classical or a like, classic rock music piece. So, he taught me like Dust in the Wind. He taught me a lot of Kansas, a lot of America and stuff like that. And so I had like the both sides of that spectrum.
That's pretty nice. What about you, Jakey boy? Where everything started? How you finish standing with two rock stars in a podcast on a Tuesday at 5 p.m.?
That would be TikTok.
No, no, no. I'm not talking about the fact. It's like because I know you are a producer in heart.
Okay, that's fair. So yeah, I guess it's hard for me to pin it on a defined moment because actually no, I just realized it. God, this is going back a ways. So Brandon Hallow 92 just gave us a double horns.
Hey, what up?
Rock on, brother.
Look what I'm doing. Look what's going on.
I see that.
You saw that?
Yeah.
Sorry.
You're not Iron Man.
Oh no? Are you
No.
sure? Sorry.
We
I'm
Um
Antonio Stark.
Antonio
No, no, no. Antonio Stark.
is.
Sorry.
Oh, so anyway, the very, very condensed version is like Rachel, not necessarily acting, but I just at one point I thought that like, yeah, I want to get into movies because I love movies my whole life. Who doesn't like movies? But I really, really dug it. And then way, way back in the '90s, they used to have these shows on the Discovery Channel that would show you how they made like the special effects and all that good stuff, which they don't do anymore because they make everything with computers now, and it's
Yeah.
soulless and terrible and for the most part. But in middle school, I got really into, of all things, these were very big in the early 2000s, anime music videos. This was
Yeah.
before. This is before.
Fatality Deathmatch. Remember? Celebrity Deathmatch. Remember that?
Mhm.
Oh.
But this was before YouTube, so I actually think the website's still around. It was animemusicvideos.org. This is pre-streaming, so you'd actually have to download the video to watch it. This is very old
Wow.
school. So I just decided one day, I was like, you know what? I've got a lot of ideas. I'm going to try to make one. And God, it was terrible, but I did it. And I made a few, still have them to this day. Basically taught myself the basics of editing, and I fell in love with it. I fell in love with editing. So to this day, and now I know I have very much an editor's mind because I'm creative, but I'm very good at coming up with the start of ideas, but I'm really good at taking something and tweaking it and amplifying certain elements and making it better.
And you don't stop. And that's a really amazing asset of you. You don't stop. I mean, your girlfriend sometimes complains because she needs to rest, but you never stop. Sorry.
No, that's true. I
Sorry,
actually have.
Rachel.
I've had to learn to let go of projects, though, really, because if I don't, I will continually.
You know what? Somebody told me that. Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I'm saying same, like samesies here because I don't have an off switch and I have a million things that I'm working on at one time and I don't stop. Someone's like, "Can you help with this?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's fine."
I
Should I?
know.
Probably not.
But you know what? I was in a meeting like 2 months ago, and somebody told me because you're multi creative. There's actually a term in LA about that. That means that you're creating and creating and creating and creating, because we're so used to that might not work. That we, I mean, if you go to a war, you don't say, I'm gonna kill just that guy. No, you shoot whatever the hell, because one is gonna fall. And that's when you need to grab for everything as a creative. Now, I agree with you, Jake. And I think one of my biggest problems lately is that people convince me just to focus in one thing. Lately, I mean, let's say the last year, I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna do the band, dry splash, and the podcast. That's it. And then I get an idea, and I be like, no, 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 no. Just dry splash, and I think that that's been creating a control over my mind, not to be able to dream. That's what we're talking today. Because if I can dream, I cannot be inspired. If I'm not inspired, I'm not myself. And if I'm not myself, I don't become happy or successful. And I'm not going to start with my Tony Robbins thing. So let's go to the third one. Come on, Jakey.
Chapter 3. Man, oh, you are going to go into your Tony Robbins thing. Manifest Madness. In this
No, I
chapter,
didn't prepare what I was going to say. Sorry.
oh,
Go ahead.
in this chapter, we unravel the deep connection between dreams, human nature, and the pursuit of happiness. Get ready for a roller coaster of emotions as we navigate the complexities of dream interpretation and personal growth with a sprinkle, a spritz, if you will, of comedic relief. It's like therapy, but funnier.
Oof, that's a deep. You know what? Something came to my mind. I didn't want to do it. I get it, but I would like to try something with you people. I just learned this. Just learned this, and it can go as deep as you want, right? But I highly recommend that you let yourself go. I swear on our friendship, guys, I didn't prepare this. Meanwhile, Jake was reading it. It just came to my mind. It's called the 7 levels of revelations. Stop! Don't look at me.
You are doing the Tony Robbins thing.
Yeah, I learned it with Tony Robbins, but listen, it's really cool, not just for the audience, but for ourselves. Because this is as honest as you want to be with yourself, right? So I'm gonna start with you, Jake. Because I know Rachel is like, what the fuck are you doing?
Actually, that's perfect because I have to, and I'll be right back.
Yeah, she'll be right back. All right.
All right,
So
lay it on
are
me.
you ready, Jake?
I suppose so.
What do you want? What is your biggest goal in life, general? He's thinking, audience, for the people that are listening, he's actually taking this serious, and I really appreciate it because I want to do the same. And he's thinking. He'll be ready to answer when he's ready. Meanwhile, I'm gonna guide them for what we're trying to do. Like I say, I never done this. I learned it a week ago, but it's really intensive. Whatever you are ready, Jake, it's not a rush.
Yeah, I know. I'm thinking. So it is my biggest goal in life.
So meanwhile, he's thinking his biggest goal. He's already opening himself to the first level.
I
That
think
means that. Go ahead.
I think my goal in life would be to establish through, the media that we're creating, a change in how discourse is done, at least in this country, if not across the world.
That's your level 1. Are you ready? Why you want that, Jake?
Because there's way too much unnecessary conflict that mostly stems from not so much what people say, but how they say it or how they go about discussing certain things.
And why would you like to make that change, Jake?
What or why?
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 And this is when it becomes hardest, people, because every level is gonna take us more in his real personality, and we're gonna find the right thing, and he's gonna fight and find himself what he does this, and actually is gonna become better accomplishing the goal. Whenever you're ready.
I would say it's because there are so many times where a great idea or a great discussion or something good can happen and it gets thrown away because of some sort of preconceived notion that somebody's had based on something that you say or something that you believe, i.e., I don't know how long I'm supposed to go.
Whatever you want to do, buddy.
Well, like contemporary today, it's like you can be absolute, like you could, somebody today could have the cure for cancer, but if they're a Trump supporter, nobody will listen to them.
And why will you care about that? Why? Go deeper. Go deeper into you, not in society. Go deeper into you. Why?
Just because you disagree doesn't mean there aren't valid ideas to be explored, or you can't minimize a person's entire being into one small attribute.
And why will that be, Jake?
Why would what be?
Why you want what you just answered me? Let me tell the audience and the people. Normally, a person will try to deflect to third people instead of talking to himself. That's a normal thing. If you see, we're attacking level 4 with Jake, and he already said we start with his perception, then he say about what people. He already talked about cancer. Those little clues is giving him quotes. We don't know anything. He can hang up right now and leave, right? But it's about him. All this is about you, Jake. So why would you like?
Yeah, I know you. I know you, son of a bitch. I know where this is going because I'm thinking it right now. Because
just say it.
There are so many times in my life that not even, well, for political reasons, but others, I've been dismissed because of one singular attribute, and you've just been written off because of that one thing. It's like every person, not just me, but every person is so much more than even one or the sum of their parts. A human being cannot be equated with one, secondary attribute.
And what will you like for people to understand and need that second attribute?
Because you don't really know who someone is until you see the whole picture. You need to see all the attributes.
So why will you like for people to know all your attributes and don't judge you just for one?
Why would I?
Yeah.
Well, because then at the very least you can make an informed decision about whether you want to listen to me or you want to, like if you're physically in my circle, like whether you even want to associate with me, but then at least you're informed, and when you know who someone is, then you can definitively know for sure. It's like, yeah, I don't want this person around me, or yeah, totally. Like, yeah, we don't agree on everything, but on the whole, this is somebody that I like and at least respect.
And why would you like for people to like you or respect you?
Because I'm a human being.
But why? Oh, come on. You can do
well,
better.
because everybody wants to be liked and accepted. Who doesn't? Well, okay, some people don't, but they're psychopaths. Like and I mean that clinically, not.
And that's beautiful. Thank you for sharing that with us. At the end, you start deflecting to a third person, but that's totally normal. But actually, you see, you want this to be successful.
Actually, hold on. It just came to me.
Just click, of course.
You want the Freudian shit? Here's the Freudian shit. Basically, my entire life, and this include probably primarily my parents, particularly my father. I always got the sense when he was still alive. I always got the sense, especially when I was growing up, that he didn't really know what to do with me. He and I were so different, and it was very frustrating to me as a young boy and a young man because I'm just like, in my mind, I'm like, it's right there. All you have to do is pay attention. And for some reason, it just didn't. And maybe that was partially my fault, but I was a kid. I didn't have the tools to communicate these things, and I always felt that even when my father died, we reconciled at the end, but even when he died, it was like we always had just an odd relationship. We never really, it's not that we disagreed per se, we just never really understood the other person.
But isn't that beautiful? We just realized that Ready Media is a connection for you to help other people to understand each other and communicate better. So now we get the 7 levels of why you do this. It's really a good exercise. It's really deep, but it's really good. Thank you, Jake, and congratulations. The first time in a year that actually see that little tension in your eyes, and that's being human. Like you said, you're a human being, and that's beautiful, man. I hope I have my machine to do the claps, but good job, man. And guess what? You missed it, Rachel. So now you're not prepared to what is coming for you. Good job, Jake. Good job, man. That was really good, and I really appreciate the honesty. I really
I
do.
was trying. I was trying not to deflect too much because I knew what you were doing, but I wasn't trying to play into it
No,
either.
but you did right. I mean, like I say, this is not for the audience is learning from us, but learning this technique, right? That is that pursuit of happiness and what we do things and why do not. And I invite everyone to do this. I don't know if it's fair to go to Rachel or do you want to do it with me, Jake, before I do it to Rachel? That sounds really dirty. No, we're just friends, everyone. Come on, please. So you want to do it with me, Jake, baby?
I don't know the steps well enough, so go ahead and
Well, it's just okay. Are you ready, Rachel? So, like I say, this is extremely thoughtful, and we're gonna touch into the heart of Rachel from Valaina and her life, right? Of course,
Okay.
you can say no, or you can deflect to other side. Nobody's here to judge you. This is just the pursuit of happiness. Jake enlightened us. He grabbed his ballsy balls and stayed to the end,
Yep.
right?
Okay.
So, what is your biggest goal in life, Rachel?
My biggest goal.
And you can take your time to answer. I'm just going to be talking to the audience, so we don't want the silence. But like I said before, people, it's hard because it's a really hard question. And when she's ready, she will answer. And it maybe takes her a lot of time for an answer to the other, but it's important because, first of all, because we're doing an honest podcast here. And we always been really direct and honest. And I'm really grateful to have these two friends with me because when it comes to me, oh, Jake is going to enjoy it. And now, not everything whenever you're ready, just interrupt me, Rachel.
I I don't know how to like quite describe it because I feel like it's multi-leveled, but I um to sum it up, I want to create a space and the environment that I was not given. Um, so a place of belonging and to give people a voice who don't feel like they have a voice and community, right? But through music and there be a bigger purpose. So whether it be things that are um that we struggle with that we feel like we can't talk about because there's so many stigmas in society, right? um and which is why, like, for me, I talk about addiction a lot because it was such a pivotal moment in my life, and all those things of not having somewhere to belong eventually led to that. And it wasn't until I realized that I could find a place where I could belong, where I wasn't alone, where people would listen to me and not judge, but it was this community. And that's, I want that. Um, yeah,
So, why you want to be accepted and not be judged, and why would you like to have a community?
because I am me. Like, and I just want for that to be enough for other people. Like, so that's why I want to be accepted. Like, like, take me as I am, like, or don't. Bye, Felicia. Like, I don't know. Um, what was the other part of the question?
No, no, that's fine. Just stay there, stay there. Why you want to be accepted and people take you for who you are? Why you not? Why?
Because I've always been told you can't and you won't and you don't have the talent and just be quiet and go do this, fit into this
And
mold. This is who you are.
why you think that you were told not to and that you can't?
Because people like to control other people, and it, it depends on the relationship. It depends on that, but a lot of it is how it makes them appear, how it makes them feel, how it benefits them, their life, whatever.
And we're gonna go deeper. So why you think that this benefit them and not you?
I think it does both, actually. I do. But why do I think it benefits them? Because it's hopefully the hopes that even if it's just one person, that one person could have what I didn't when I needed it most.
And why would you like for another person to have what you never had and when you needed it the most?
Why would I? Because without hope, without a sense of belonging and a sense of purpose, what are we doing?
Why do you think that you need a sense of purpose or a sense of hope to feel that you belong? And remember, you can just interrupt me whenever you want. If you want to think more, that's fine.
I think I feel like when I answer like right off the cuff, it's like it's honest. So I don't know. To me, like it's just say the question one more time.
That's hard because I'm not following track. I'm analyzing other things. But I say, why would you want to have hope and be accepted? I think that was the question, right, Jake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would I want to have hope or others have that?
You,
I
no, you. This is about you.
Why would I want to have hope and be accepted? Oh, to make it through the day. Because I feel like to me, I feel like when I lack purpose, um, I feel like I lose myself and I waste away and I'm contributing nothing
Why would you think that if you're not contributing nothing, you're wasting yourself? Why?
because I think that I have a purpose.
We already talked the purpose, but why? Why you think? That's the answer. That's the answer that we're seeing. Why you're thinking that if you don't hit that, don't have a purpose, or you lose hope and everything that we'll be talking. Why? The answer is there in your heart and in your head.
Maybe I don't know how to answer it like phrased that way.
if I may,
Yes,
um,
please.
I think a different way to ask the question is why do you feel like, or why do you feel as though that if you are not contributing something, that you are not,
Worth
that you
it.
have, yeah, that you don't have worth or purpose if you're not contributing something?
I think that I view it as giving back what's been given to me and why I feel like I would not be like wouldn't have purpose. It would be like I was wasting a gift that I was given.
Yeah, you see? So now we know that what you do is what you want to share the gift to everyone. You see, we deep into the seventh level. Thank you, first of all, because it's really hard. It's really hard. But that's the way that actually now you're going to be thinking. I know you. You're going to be thinking for days about this.
Yeah.
But finding these seven paths guide you to the right answers for your next steps. Really, you can ask this to yourself. And now, Jake, I see, I know him. He got this smile like I'm gonna fuck you up,
No,
virus, and that's good because,
I'm just
but it's good
chuckling.
because yeah, that's what I mean. I know you're chuckling. Um, hit me, buddy, and you understand the path. Find the most powerful thing in what I respond, and ask me why the most powerful thing. And you need to be counting in front of me, right? You
All
just keep
right,
the count.
all right. So, Virus
Be
Vox,
tough.
what is
Be
your
tough.
what is your biggest goal in life,
Not to be lonely.
and why don't you want to be lonely?
Because probably 80% of the people that I love even commit suicide, died for a sickness or an accident around me.
Yours is significantly harder.
Yeah, because I'm significantly harder. But you can ask me why they died. That's it.
Do you feel as though they abandoned you when they did that?
No, I think that I didn't protect them enough to save them. Why do I feel that I didn't protect them enough? Because I was too selfish following my path to look at their path and pay attention.
Do you think they blame you for that?
They're dead, they can't blame me. No, the
Are
answer is no, they can't.
are you deflecting right now?
No. I mean, they can't because they're dead, and I accept that it is. I think if you allow me the question, there is like why I think that I failed them. That will be the right question.
You can leave me. Why do you?
Because I choose to be lonely. Isn't that weird? I chose to be selfish and lonely because the path of success in the knowledge that I had in my life is that if you want to be successful, you need to pay the dues. And if you want to pay the due is being lonely.
Do you prefer to be lonely because you're afraid that you would let even more people down if you let them in?
No, no. I think if you allow me, the right question is what I decide to be lonely, knowing that I'm going to leave everything behind. That would be the right question. But what was your question? I will answer your Pat. That's fine. Do I? No, no, not really. I think that I say the question again. Do I think I'm gonna let people down if
Are
I
you are
stay with
you
them?
are you afraid you're going to let people down, let more people down if you let them in?
I'm afraid I'm gonna let them down because I didn't let them down. I'm afraid that my lack of interest or protection can lead them to an earliest death.
So are you afraid that anyone you get close to is inevitably going to die? Not inevitably, but you know what
To-
I mean. Prematurely.
totally agree with that. I think that every person that is being close to me in a way that I'm not talking about everyone. Please don't freak out. But I spend. I'm probably I'm deflecting, but I'm gonna finish my thought. I spent 17 years without a band because all my band died in different circumstances before. So it became a joke that I can have a bass player because it always dies, or I cannot release a new album because that person dies, or I cannot fall in love and not meet as a couple because I haven't got a girlfriend died or anything. So it became easier for me to close myself and kill them in my brain and in my heart so I don't actually perceive the pain of somebody dying. And the question will be what I want, why I close myself, because at the end of the day, I don't want to be lonely under somebody else's terms, but by myself. And yes, that's how you got to your 7 questions. So now, and of course, we did it a little soft, people, because nobody was prepared and we're doing it soft. The point of that is actually this helps a lot because in the moment I already did it twice. So now I started the first time it got me 7 questions to the point that I realized that it was loneliness. The second time I did it, I started I don't want to be lonely, and I put that together. And this is the third time I'm already starting. You see? So every time that you decide to do it and be honest to yourself, don't limit your questions, don't limit your tools. And I'm not talking about this. This was a and I want to thank you both, right? Because it's not an easy way. It's not an easy task to answer all that live. It's not like this is gonna be forever in the internet, but it's a way to find, like we said, the pursuit of happiness and the reconnection and the complexity of who we are. I know you too, but now I know what actually connects to the goals of already media. Now I know. so I'm going to be able to help him better. Now I know what Rachel needs, so I'm going to be a stupid example, right? Hey, Rachel, here's $10,000 so you can make a better album. That will be nice, right? First of all, I don't have them, but that will be nice. But if I say, hey, Rachel, this is $10,000, so we can create a community for 10 different artists to make 10 songs, you will be happier. You'll be closer to your pursuit of life. That makes sense? Or when Jake called me on a Thursday and say, what's up, buddy? What are you up to? Hey, he doesn't want me to feel lonely, but he's not close to me. He's in another state. If you actually realize, and probably fuck people, what people think, I don't care. If you guys realize I'm not close to no one, everything in my relationship in my lives are away. The only person that I had next to me is my dog. Why? Because we learn stuff. Of course, I invite everyone to this pursuit of happiness. Understand that it's a complexity to be alive and a complexity of dreaming, and push your dreamings with a. There's a movie, and of course, I need to quote a movie. You're gonna have to help me on this, Jake. First basketball African American team that played the NCAA. They actually made it to the final and won the national championship. It's a Disney movie. The name of the coach is the Bear. Hoops up. I don't remember. I promise I will find it so we can put in the link. He
Hoosiers?
goes to a. Go ahead.
Hoosiers?
No, 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 no. It's a Disney movie.
Okay.
That the coach was a basketball coach from girls, and they took him to Division 1 in San Antonio. And I'm talking about the 50s, and nobody won a black player. Even they called it with the N word, and the rule was one white player or two if you're losing or winning for 20 points. That was the ruling. And he say, "Fuck it, I'm gonna put five," and he won the national championship against I think Duke, right? And it was magnificent. The movie is really good. But before that, he goes to one of the players, and the player moves all around, right? And he wants to do the hoops, and he's like, a lot of motion without a goal, right? It's just a waste of time. So I invite everyone to get the tools and move as much as you want, but get the goal right. Because if you have your goal, that's part of what we did this experiment of 7 minutes half-assed, because obviously I'm not a trained person to do it yet, but it will help you just focusing your goals, attack the goal, and go berserk to it. Distractions gonna have in life. We all have girlfriends, right? Kids, uh, dogs, family. Yeah, distractions are gonna be there all the way, right? You know what a slalom is when you're skiing? The slalom competition, you go down and you need to go between the flags. That's life. We're gonna have the flags. We can avoid them and go faster in the left, but we're gonna lose a lot of points. But if every time we take a curve and learn how to travel under that, we're not gonna slow down, but we actually get the points and lessons. So when we cross the goal, that is what we want to cross the goal. The best and the best that we can is when we are able to become overachievers. But I'm gonna stop the Tony Robbins thing because I see Rachel thinking. She's still thinking in the third answer. Look at her. Um, so why don't we jump into the epilogue of this crazy podcast that it was pulled out of my ass, but at the end, probably it's going to be one of the best, to be honest with you, because that's everything. We all say stupid things. Well, I say stupid things. You laugh at my stupid things. You are two smart people, right? I'm just the fucking fancy, and that I love, so it's fine. Please, Jake, take us there.
It is now time for the epilogue. Dream on! Our dream journey comes to a close with a heartwarming conclusion and 24.
No, no, no. I don't know why he said that. Forget
I was
about
going to
it.
say, and dreamy recommendations to keep the laughter alive. I was like, I only got three, and I'm having trouble with the third one. So,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It's fine.
From dream journals, dream catchers, we've got you covered. on your quest for dreamy insights.
Okay, so
Worst sales
recommendation
pitch
time.
ever.
I know. What do you want? Leave Alice alone, okay? She was doing her best.
Yeah.
Recommendations. It doesn't have to be like the ruling of the show. You can recommend whatever the hell you want, something that you watch. You can recommend people not to watch something that you didn't like. That's fair. Uh, so I'm gonna start with you know what, Jake? I like you today. I'm gonna let you use that as your fourth
No,
recommendation.
I've got one. You're good.
Oh, you think you're better than me? That's what you're saying? That's what
No, 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 no. But I figured out another one, so you're good.
Okay, just for the topic that I never used to do it like that, but Jake pushed me to do it like that or recommend me to do it like that. The movie of that I need to recommend is Inception. The
Ooh,
levels of the dreams inside the dreams is actually what is gonna set you free.
that movie still doesn't make sense to me.
Well, maybe after the seven questions, maybe you will. I think the perception of that movie, you gotta see it for every different characters to understand all the movies that are happening at the same time, or not. And Rachel's like, "Fuck, I don't have time to do this,"
I'm
but
like,
I will.
hmm. I will analyze a song and lyrics for hours, but like something like that, I'm like, huh?
Well, that's cool. That's part of. I'm pretty sure Nolan was looking to do something like that for people to go, "Oh," and if you realize all his movies have the "oh" moment that he sounds like he does. But that will be my recommendation as a movie. You're free to recommend whatever you want, Rach.
Um, like, oh, like I don't even know what to say. Like, uh,
What is the last movie that you watched that you actually like?
we're talking about a movie.
If you want to,
The last movie that I watched was Dumb and Dumber.
and you love it,
Well, it's like it's a comfort movie. Yeah. I don't
it's a
know.
comfort movie. And guess what? They dream to have the girls, right? Remember?
Yep.
That's dreaming.
Oh God,
That's
the
the
heck.
point of the movie. The point of the movie is that they
Oh, there
want.
it is. There it is.
Hey, the point of the movie. Hey, they have their dream, and they even dream to pay the money back. When we both knows that motherfuckers will never get put that kind of money together again, right?
Sure.
They dream that they can put the receipts, remember, in the briefcase, so they can pay the money back.
I
That's so crazy.
I owe you this much. Oh, if
Yeah.
only, right?
But yeah, that's a good recommendation. It's a great comedy. I never been fond to it, but I enjoy it. I just saw it once. Yeah, I know a lot of people don't realize I'm not. I really don't like Jim Carrey as an actor as much as a comedy. As a comedian and as a person and as a impersonator is the best in the world.
Hmm.
But when he doesn't write the thing and he's not as an involved, because Dumb and Dumber, they brought him to the movie. Same like The Mask. There's two movies I don't like. I like when he's involved. I like the artist, not the pay the pay gig Hollywood actor.
Mm-hmm.
Man on the Moon, when he's playing Andy Kaufman, it's one of my favorite. I want to watch it tonight. But anyway, keep going. Sorry, Jake.
Well, it's funny that the theme. Once again, I didn't know about the theme of this until a couple hours ago. I recently rewatched Interstellar on Sunday, actually, and I clearly didn't remember that damn movie because I'm like, wait, what? But anyway,
Yeah.
but yeah, so my movie, quite in the same vein as far as making you think. You may or may not have seen it. This is a Robin Williams movie. What Dreams May Come.
Whew,
Love that
I
movie.
forgot about that movie. It's a really good movie. You know
Just
where you watch it?
I just kind well the recently, wow, that was last like summer.
That was recently. Hey, there's people with Alzheimer that they don't remember what they have for breakfast. You're good.
Time is like flying by.
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know.
I watched the first time I saw that movie. I was very, very young, and it was clearly way above my head because I did not like it when I was a kid. And then I rewatched it as an adult, like a year and a half ago, and I was just like, "Holy shit!" So much so I didn't know it was a book,
Oh, really?
which
Show me. Show me. Show me.
I haven't read the book yet, but I want to. But fun
Hmm.
fact: this is the same author. Where is it? Where is it?
He's looking for a book, people
Yeah,
that they're just listening to.
this is the same author of I Am Legend.
Oh yeah, I know that. I knew that. I
Yeah,
knew that.
so
Yeah. Oh, by the way, big news. You know that they're doing I'm Legend 20 years after. You know that?
No.
Actually, that's not bad. No, wait. Don't
it's
do that
very
yet.
bad.
No, it's with Will Smith. It's the same production.
That's
It's
not
the
why it's
same.
bad.
Wait. I'm Legend is a really good movie,
Fun
and they're
fact that
doing.
I'm holding the book.
Oh, it's totally different. The book is totally different.
Oh,
It's not,
yeah, the book
it's,
was like way back when.
the book is way better than the movie, and I liked the movie.
Hmm.
But the fact that okay, here's the thing about the movie.
Is
Spoiler:
Asimov the writer? Is Asimov
Matheson, Richard Matheson.
Matheson?
So here's the thing about the book of I Am Legend. So spoiler alert: if you don't want to know the ending of the book, cover your ears. The reason the book is called I Am Legend is because at the end of the book, he is executed because he is the scourge of the new, I say zombie population, but it's the new human population. They've changed. It is now the human race is now whatever he's equating to zombies. And he's been killing them for years. So when they capture him, they execute him because he is.
I can't believe that I can't believe that I put it when say executed. I don't want to think. 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 Anyway, um, I'm really conflicted with the information that you just gave me because I was pretty sure that the movie I'm Legend, was based in a book from 1936 when actually the zombies were vampires, and it was the same writer from I, Robot, Asimov. And I'm pretty sure that there's a collection of 7 books of Asimov where one of the books is I'm Legend. The But maybe I'm wrong. I'm gonna deep into that. What it says there. Yeah, what it says.
Original copyright 1954. Richard Matheson. Will Smith's even on the cover.
Yeah. That's what it made me fat. Well, I don't know. I will highly attack right now. Matheson plagiarism to Asimov. I know that exclusive. Tune talk to whatever.
Well, so I'm going to make that my second recommendation because I can't think of a TV show. So read the novel I Am Legend. I liked the movie, don't get me wrong, but the book is way better.
TV recommendation, Rach? Do you have any?
Recommendation for
TV show, TV series, soap opera, telenovela, anything that could be in the tube or in a streaming services denominated not as a movie. You can do kids movies, come on.
I will always. It's an older show,
That's
but
fine.
show
Which one? You're cutting out.
Dexter.
Oh, Dexter. Yeah, it's just good. You know what? I never fall in love with Dexter. I love the story, but I never fall in love to it. I was too busy in my life when Dexter was going on, so I
Well,
didn't pay attention to it. But it's a good show. I
and
like the
up
shirts of the captain of the police.
the follow up, like, oh, it was like the most poetic, perfect ending on New Blood. This, you know how they
Hmm.
brought back they brought Dexter back, which Michael C. Hall like refused. I was so angry with with the first series, like the ending. I was like, no, there's so many shows like that that are like really great, like Lost, so good. And then it was like, we're
Do
gonna
me a favor. Don't say anything about Lost. I've been blocking myself for 10 years. I never seen the last season. I will one day.
well,
Promise. Don't say anything.
I'm not gonna. There's no spoiler alerts. I'm just saying, like, this is what happened. Is
No! I'm just kidding.
they were like, let's let our 5-year-olds write the ending season, and call it a day.
Whatever.
Call it.
Yeah,
And I
I
was
know, but
so mad.
that's believe it or not, I'm gonna say something really shocking, and Jake gonna make a face like, "What?" There's a couple of things that I don't like to watch when people are watching it, or when I'm writing a book or a script. I don't watch certain kind of movies or read certain kind of books. When I'm writing a new album, I don't listen to other music. I don't want to be influenced by. That's the way to say it. Influenced by
Yep.
anyone. So there's a couple of movies or TV shows that I refuse. I never seen the last season of Lost. Every time somebody mentioned it, I totally even leave the room. I just saw last week The Godfather, the first one. I've been blocking myself 30 something, 40 years because it was made before my time not to watch it. I actually gonna watch the second part when I'm ready. I'm not ready. I'm still digesting the first one.
Okay, but have
Um,
Goodfellas?
yeah, of course. Come on, that's my favorite movie of all times.
Well,
I
there's
always have the dream to be a gangster. I that's my favorite top of my life. Goodfellas. The thing is Scorsese is one thing for me, and as my director's view. But my recommendation after saying this beast of The Godfather and Goodfellas is Resident Alien. I run into that show. First of all, the references of shows at the 80s. I was lap. I don't know. And I'm not gonna spoil. I'm gonna spoil. Fuck you, people. But I'm just gonna say the first episode because I'm watching it right now. The guy become an alien and lands by accident in the on Earth, and he learned how to be a human, quote marks, watching the Law and Order. So the first whole episode, when something is sketchy or dark, he goes dun dun because he thinks it's like that. That grabbed me. Have you seen it, Jake? Have you watched it? It's on Netflix.
No, but it
They
sounds
just
like
put the
it. Yeah, my friend told me to watch it, but now it just sounds like Third Rock from the Sun.
no.
great
It
show.
got a it's a decent show, no, but got a twist that you're not expecting. I'm gonna release at the end of the first episode, and it goes deeper, right? But those little sparks of comedy from the 80s, or remarks are really funny for you to know. Do you like Family Guy?
It comes and goes with me for the most part. Yeah, yeah.
Early
The
Family
same produce,
or early Family Guy.
yeah, early Family Guy. I stopped watching season 10. I don't know how many. It's like The Simpsons. I never liked The Simpsons, to be honest with you. I hate Homer Simpson. It's not my
I
thing.
didn't either. I never cared for which is funny thing
I
about The
wasn't I was
Simpsons.
not allowed to watch The Simpsons when I
I
was.
wasn't I wasn't either, and that's why I think by the time I got around to watching it, I'm like,
Eh.
yeah, it's
Yeah, good.
there's a couple episodes where I mean I might get a chuckle or like, oh yeah, that was pretty clever, but for overall, yeah,
Yeah, no, me neither. I never got attached to them. I knew actually I met the Simpsons with the video game that you could play with the four at the same time, the arcade. That's how I knew about the Simpsons. I knew that it existed, but actually I realized that Bart was using a skateboard because of the video game.
Hmm.
Like I learned that he worked in a plant because of the video game. Anyway, so this show is if you want to have a laugh and get it. Um, First of all, I congratulate your families because you weren't allowed to see The Simpsons. There's a comparison because I know that our age are different. Even I look fucking fantastic. I know, I know. Um, in Mexico, there's a show called Chespirito that is famous even in Russia, and in Latin America, they consider that actor a god. The guy is already dead. I never was allowed to watch it. And people might hate me, the Latin American people that are watching this, but everyone that I met that was not allowed to watch the show is actually smarter. So I'm gonna do the same with The Simpsons. You guys that they weren't allowed to watch it, I can see a different perception of things. We know that entertainment is a manipulation of the mass media and the government, but we still love it. And then
Why do
Rachel's
they
looking at
call
me
it
like, "God,
television
these motherfuckers."
programming?
Yeah, but it's called programming, of course. Everything is programming.
Exactly.
What the schools, the hospital, and jails look exactly the same. There's no regulations to look exactly the same. You eat in the same kind of tables. You study in a place that with not views, and the colors of the walls and everything are the same. That's called programming. There's no regulation that you need to eat all together the same a trade. It's not regulations. Somebody just do it the same. It's called programming. And Jake is like, oh my God, here we go again. Because we talk about this, Rachel. We
Let's talk
do.
about this. Let's get into this.
Well, I
I
would,
would
More than
yeah. My initial thought would be probably because a lot of the U.S. prison system is privatized, and I would wager to say the vendors are the same for a lot of prisons and schools.
yeah, but you know what? There's a
gonna
prison in
say.
Seattle that is a building. It's a building. I never saw that in my life. It's a building of 25 stories. And guess what? When they get out of there, because they have a view, they have better percentage of being adapt to society. But we can talk about that next episode. That's fine. I'm gonna recommend Resident Alien on Netflix, people. It's just 2 seasons. They didn't. They just make 2 seasons. Then COVID came, and then the strike, and this is one of those shows that whatever. But I've been watching. I'm in episode 7 of the first season, and it's funny. It's funny so far.
Oh,
The actor is really is funny. It's the I don't know his name by
It's
heart.
Alan Tudyk, isn't it?
Remember the voice of the android in the movie from Star Wars that Diego Luna appears. Said I went around to know the name.
Yeah, somebody told me it was Alan
Rogue
Tudyk.
One.
I don't know.
Rogue One. The voice of the android in Rogue One. That's him.
I'm gonna be
I
staring
think
at it.
so. I'm not sure.
Okay. Anyway, I will check for that. But yeah, that will be my recommendation. Last recommendation, Jakey boy.
Okay, so I played with the order
Oh
a bit,
no,
but
yeah, it's your turn, right, Rachel?
I don't know. I screwed up the order.
You want to recommend TV? Oh no, you say what TV show you say, Rachel? Oh
I
yeah,
said,
you say Dexter. Yeah,
but I'm
it's
not gonna
Jake.
also say
Jake's.
The Office. So that will never
Which
get old.
one?
The Office will never get old.
Okay, you're gonna hate me. I never seen an episode of The Office in my life. I'm
So
not gonna.
forewarning though, and I tell this to everyone who has not watched it, I say you have to just stomach the first few episodes, and once you make it past like that hurdle, it's pure gold.
Okay. Do you know what? I will. I will. I promise I will. Alan Tudyk. That's the name of the resident. Alan Tudyk. You're right. I promise I will. I gotta. There's one of the shows. Somebody made a mistake when they tried to sell me the idea to watch The Office because they say it's like Seinfeld.
Mm.
And then I know when they did that a long time ago. So you gotta understand that we're for 2 different generations, you guys and me. We are. Even I look fantastic. I know. So I'm really loyal to what I want. I'm really loyal. If you give me the new album from Pearl Jam, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna go and listen 10. I do that a lot. It gotta be something that motivates me to go and try a new thing, right? I, I used to go to the same taco place in Mexico, but I don't like the tacos anymore. So I become really loyal. I am when I like it, when I don't, right? But anyway, so uh third recommendation of the day, Jake, so we can all go to
Yeah,
sleep.
so I played with the order. So this is my TV show because brought up Third Rock from the Sun. It's a 2 or 3 part episode strand where they dream for the aliens dream for the first time, and they
Oh
don't
really?
understand what's happening, so they all think they're going insane.
Yeah,
It's
that's
pretty
funny.
funny. But Third Rock from the Sun is a fantastic show, which I watched it as a kid when it was on. I mean, I saw it on syndication, but it was still airing when I started watching it, and
Yep.
boy, I didn't get a lot of the jokes, but now I do, and they're
As an adult, rewatching it, I was like, oh my gosh, like, yeah, so much went over my head.
I cannot believe they got away with some of that on like primetime network television.
Well, it was other times. There were funnier times.
Oh, they were way funnier, and it made me a John Lithgow fan for life.
Oh, he's
There you go.
Talk about him. He's in Dexter,
Yep,
and he's such a good actor.
he was
I
in
love
Interstellar too.
him. Yeah.
Interstellar, yeah. Yeah, he's such a good actor. He's a really good actor. So I have you have another recommendation, Rach?
I was just gonna say, why don't you guys do like music recommendations?
Oh, we're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. Come
Oh,
on,
okay,
we're
okay,
getting there.
okay. We're good. We're good. Yeah, no. So we're good.
So I'm gonna recommend a movie that I it was released in 2023. I was traveling, and as you know, I got my AMC card, and I went to the movie and I watched a bad movie, awful movie. I don't even want to talk about that. Doesn't deserve promotion. But in the trailers, I saw this one, and I was waiting for it to come out, but it was such a small production that it was just in selective theaters, and I didn't have the chance to watch it. Yesterday, I watched at least 6 hours of let's say 4 hours a day of entertainment, at least four. And suddenly this one popped in the recommendation. I go, yes, I really want to watch it. It's called Next Goal Wins, and it's a real story, right? With Michael Fassbender, fantastic because he doesn't look like him, right? And it's a story of the first team, a soccer team in African Samoa that American Samoa, sorry, the first team in American Samoa, and they're trying to go for to the World Cup in qualifications. So the story says before the movie, American Samoa lost against Australia 32-0 in a game, in a soccer game. You know how bad that is? In a football, tendency will be like 150 points to zero. So they were like the national disgrace because American Samoa is this big, right? But at the same time, they were really proud of them in American Samoa. So it's a real story how this coach that is lost, they is sent by the federation to coach this team that they're just pure heart. You're gonna cry, you're gonna laugh, and there's gonna be a point that Jay gonna say, "What the fuck I'm doing watching this?" But at the end, he will love it. So yeah,
I love that.
Next Goal Wins on Hulu. And are you ready for the music recommendation? Please, Rachel, take it away.
All right. So this is like my jam. It's instrumental, it's prog, but I freaking love it. And they have it's Arch Echo, the band, the group, and it's a song called Illuminosity.
Okay.
You spell that Aluminosity. And they have and I always say his name wrong, but they had the keys player from Dream Theater on this song with them. Jordan, I say his last name wrong, and I get corrected from all the Dream Theater fans. I always laugh because whenever there's a song that's like over like 6 minutes and I'm doing a drum live, I'm like, oh, this is the Dream Theater version. Like,
You know that I just know Mike Portnoy personally from Dream Theater, but I don't know anybody else's name.
well, I know Jordan because it's insane. Just listen to this song and the first thing you hear, you'll your ears will be like, huh? It's his synth that he's doing the solo on, and it's like it's so fast, and it like the song blows. So it's actually my drum goal song because it changes time signatures so much,
Oh,
and
that's nice.
they do like a jazz prog metal infusion, and it's pure gold. That drummer is amazing.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Are you ready, Jake boy?
Yep,
Yes,
going back and
Valaina
forth.
again and forever. Yes.
Actually, no, I may have found a country song that
Oh,
Rachel will enjoy.
oh,
Now,
oh.
I'm going to preface with it is a parody, so you will enjoy it for the laughs.
Okay.
But it's actually it's not a bad song, and it's so funny because it's such a quintessential country song, and he's making fun of country. So, are you familiar? Is it? Oh God, I can't. Is it Bo Burnham's his name, right? The comedian.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. So he did a song called. I think he just called it "Pandering." It's basically making fun of stadium country music, and it is hilarious. And I highly recommend everyone check it out. My favorite part of it, though, is because he's basically pointing out in the song how like these country megastars are like singing about blue collar and being poor and living on a dirt
And
road.
they're not poor as nothing.
I think one of the lines is these boots cost me over 3 grand. But my favorite part of the song, oh yeah, and he's like, and the boots I'm wearing cost 3 grand. But the best part of the song is he just looks at the audience, goes, "Y'all dumb motherfuckers ready for a key change?" And then they actually do a key change like they do in country songs. And I'm not gonna lie to you,
Yes,
it actually sounds pretty cool.
I bet
You
it does.
know, we actually joked about that. We were doing like an 80s song the other night, and I was like, "Oh, key change!" And then they did like a second one, and I was like, "What?" Like, a song is serious business if they throw key changes in there.
That's really funny.
Tell me
Um,
the song one more time.
I believe it's called Pandering, but if you search
Okay.
Bo Burnham
Yeah.
country song, you'll find it.
All right. All right. All right. I guess I'll look it
all
up.
right.
All
What's up
right,
with
all
your
right, all right.
yeah? What's up with your Matthew McConaughey happen right now? All right, all right, all right.
Well, I am from Texas, so.
And we are talking
I
about
know.
country now.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on with you? No, no, you make her a country artist. Like,
You
All
know I
right,
do
all
have
right, all right.
a song, right?
You do what?
No.
You do know that I have a pop country song, and it's signed with a sync agency, and I think it should be in like a rom-com, but I am submitting it. I got permission from the company to submit it to the songwriters because if oh my gosh, and I'm so sick of people telling me this that I could like make it in pop like super easily, and I'm like, no, I want to do metal and rock, and that's what I'm gonna do. But they're like, but pop is where there's money. Anyways, I digress. Long
Yeah,
story short,
tell that to Metallica. Uh, just for the note of everything, the movie that I said about the basketball is called Glory Road, and it's on Disney. Try
okay.
to watch it, people. Glory Road is gonna take you to that level, like Invincible or The Rookie, that you really want to go and do it. So watch it if you can. I'm gonna recommend. So check this out. There's a band called Valaina that they're so good that Britney Spears made a cover of their original song "Hit Me, Baby, One More Time." Britney Spears, she's fucking crazy. When Valaina released the original "Hit Me, Baby, One More Time" in 1991, um, it was released, and then it was so good, so great that fucking Britney Spears was like, "I want to do it," and she even danced, and even she even followed the trend. But listen to the original one in Valena, and
Well, it is a cover though.
uh, "Hit Me Baby One More Time" is a cover from Valena that Britney Spears did. That's my
Oh,
story,
I'm
man.
sorry.
Stick with it.
We're still doing the bit. We're still doing the bit. I'm sorry.
You gotta commit to the bit. How many times you gotta watch How I Met Your Mother? Commit to the bit.
Just
That's the part of
okay.
the bro code. Yes, okay.
A gentleman's agreement. Huzzah!
How's up? um, I want to recommend the band that is it's a complicated band because the guy that was the lead, he was like a solo artist, right? He I don't even know if he's alive, he's in jail or whatever, but he was doing something like Meshuggah and progressive hardcore metal 20 years ago.
Hmm.
Like you listen to his album Aliens, and today it will be like, what the fuck, man? It will be hot today. But he did it 20 years ago, and as a human being, he's a really bad human being. If he's dead, probably he's running in hell. If he's alive, probably he's running in jail, right? But in a point in my life, I crossed paths with him, and the name of the band, the name of the artist is Abey, is Abhey, Sharan. And of course, we're talking about 20 years ago, people. So be prepared not to have a super clear sound because he was an independent artist. I happened to make a song with him, and I sing in one of their songs, the commercial ones. That's it. He looked like the guy from Predator with the Rasta. He was full of tattoos. We're talking about he was having face tattoos 25 years ago in Latin America, right? But there's the song Alien for a reason it's been in my head, because he's doing mathematical metal. 20
Mm.
years ago is complicated to understand. Till the day, if you're not into that music, forget my recommendation. But my deep recommendation will be to start searching for a genre and go deep into the rabbit hole because it's really easy to listen to Journey or listen to Metallica or Stone Temple Pilots or even Tracy Chapman remake with Luke whatever in country. Yeah, that's really easy. We're going to the same path of controlling and programming. Have the guts to deep digger and find new stuff. Remember that every time that you help an artist that nobody knew to get known, you just make you more cultural enhance. So my
Mhm.
recommendation is listen to Valaina and again and forever. Period. If you don't like it, fuck off.
Mm.
And I don't know. I know that you became extremely wealthy when Britney Spears make a cover from your song. So
Right.
if you can send donate to the poor kids in Indiana fund, is ruled by Jake. Shh, Jake. Shh. It will be good. 1% of what you make with hit me baby one more time will be enough.
We'll turn the economy around here.
Do you know the whole thing that happened to me with the whole song release?
Oh, please, sir.
Lauren freaking Babick released a cover of Baby One More
Uh,
Time like two
like
weeks before.
2 days before.
And I was like, no fair. This was already recorded.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
What are the odds? Of course, she covers everything. It's fine. She's great. Happen to like her too. So great.
You know what? But there's totally different things. They're not even close to the sound. And
Actually, I was gonna say like our songs do sound very different. And
very different.
yeah, so
Yeah, and yeah, no. Um, I got something that you just remind me. Everybody knows the audience. Jake probably is tired of it. But my band, I love them to death, but are lazy as fucking fuck. So I told them 2 months ago, 3 months ago, something like that. I said, let's do the Tracy Chapman. Let's just make a lot of strings. We put it in D chord, right? We speed it up, thick, right? And they're like, nah, not that one. I hate it. It's the biggest song in the fucking radio right now with the stupid Luke country guy. He won a Grammy again. Yeah. And right now I'm still fighting for Bohemian Rhapsody and they don't want to do it because I already did it. You heard the version that I did, right, Jake?
No, not a Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah, it's of course it's totally different because I reimagine songs. But you know what is really cool? Remember, guys, when I start using the word reimagine for making songs? Now everybody used it once, and just I listen to. I mean, you are witnesses that I start that trend. And yesterday I heard a commercial of a bank saying reimagining the way of banking. I go like, oh yeah. Anyway, need to come with a new thing. We're gonna reload the ideas. I come with something better.
reloaded.
Reload it. Oh, by the way, good recommendation. Watch The Matrix. It's really good. I got control about following your goals. If you realize Neo is control about society, and that's what he forgot that he's the one. So that's what is the funny or hidden thing that he needs to. He's a programmer because he's already programming the system. That's what Neo is a programmer in the movie. Watch it.
Whoa, no, I have seen it, but I've not ever thought before.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
didn't
that's what
think
he's a
about that.
programmer. Actually, he's a programmer, and the update is the Oracle. That's what he's updating. I know. Welcome to my brain, Rachel.
No, because I
Welcome to
thought,
my.
okay, I listen, I will conspiracy theory with you all day long and at another time about what I think that the Matrix is. But anyways, yeah, I
All
digress.
right. Thank you for being the Coco host. You're always welcome. I crave the day that we can have you and the Oracle Alexander Sakal together all in a group, because it will be a fantastic podcast. You are welcome to come every time that you want. You don't need an invitation. And sometimes somebody else, me, can take a break and not be here, and you guys can roll it. Anyway, thank you, everyone. Thank you, Jake. As always, was a pleasure.
Yep.
Thank you, Rachel. Virus Box. And if you like and share, we will love you. If not, we fuck you. Are you ready? Are you
Oh,
ready?
yeah. Sorry. It's
Sorry.
mirrored.
Okay, we go. You gotta go on the side,
It's
and
a
this is
bit.
the way that we say goodbye. American Lampoon. That was the name in English.
National Lampoon? Oh yeah. Yeah,
National
National.
Lampoon. So we say roll them up,
Like running?
No,
roll them
roll the
up like
windows
Chevy
up.
Chase, rolling
Oh, okay.
like Chevy Chase in American Lampoon. All right. Sorry for not updating you on that. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah,
See you
thanks.
next week.